see how Twitter reacted to the ferocious game at Stamford Bridge yesterday. Battle of the Bridge 2, people are calling it.
Yeah, honestly, and it was up there. First of all, Conte on Instagram yesterday. Did you see this?
Yeah, I saw this. He deleted it quite quickly.
Did he delete it?
Yeah.
He says, "Lucky I didn't see you. Making your trip over would have been well deserved." No, I'm not sure what he means by that. Maybe he's thinking if he would have seen Tuchel running, well, because he was looking away, was he? He was looking down. Maybe he would have done something.
He would have tripped him up or something.
Oh my God, if Conte would have tripped up Tuchel at that moment, that would have been the best thing I've ever seen. But yeah, clearly Conte's still thinking about it after the game. It was one of the great manager moments, I think, in recent Premier League history, that square up. You don't see that too often, do you?
No, I mean, the last time...
You had Arteta versus Klopp a bit, but Arteta kind of...
The last time that happened with the Spurs manager, from what I can remember, is Martin Jol and Arsene Wenger. Was that the last time two managers squared up on the Spurs sidelines?
Did Poch ever square up to anyone?
Only to the ref.
He squared up to the ref once. He was too respectful, wasn't he? Mourinho must have done it once or twice, no?
Don't remember
Guardiola.
Don't remember
again to
Mourinho
the ref
doing it.
Nuno definitely didn't. We know that for sure. Yeah, you're right. Maybe it was. Yeah, Redknapp wasn't the type to do that as well. But yeah, that was...
Dave Hamilton says Joe Jordan in the San Siro, but that was with Gattuso. That wasn't with a manager.
That was also a great moment. Someone says Jose definitely. Yeah, remind us. I think I've got a feeling Pochettino might have done it with someone, but I can't remember who. He squared up with the Southampton manager. Poch did. Well, Hassan Hootel. I don't remember that. Matt Law says that was the best I've seen Chelsea play for quite a while, but Kante's injury a concern. Such a different team with him. Spurs struggled but hung in there and now have a subs bench, which is a big plus and a difference to last season. And I think that did make a big difference during the game. The fact that we had such strength in depth. I think if you compare that, for example, last season when we lost at the Bridge, like we went 1-0 down. And then I think we did make similar changes to try change it, but we just didn't have the quality to really impact the game, even though we were losing at the time. But this time, even though we were being dominated, we had quality to come on and impact the performance and impact the game, even against such quality opposition like Chelsea. And that was very important. And it also encourages me for maybe games even against lesser teams when we're struggling or we need a goal or something, and we can have these different options to come on. And I think that 4-2-2-2 we changed to, if we play that against, like, for example, like a Brighton or a Brentford or something, when we're like last
Wolves
season,
this weekend.
or Wolves, like if we're losing or something, I don't think we're ever going to start with that. I really don't think. But if we ever need a goal, and that formation could really be a killer for us.
Yeah, it's just that we can't play that formation against teams that are going to destroy us the other way on the counter-attack or something like that.
I mean, that formation's a very attacking formation, so naturally you're going to have to leave a bit of risk.
Completely out at seated defence in that formation.
One thing actually I didn't point out as well, I was a bit disappointed with yesterday was our defence in terms of the physicality. I felt Havertz like bullied Dyer a few times, and that should not be happening. And like like when you look at the other defenders for Chelsea, Koulibaly and Silva, like no one in the Premier League is bullying them. You know what I mean? And to see someone like Havertz, who I know he's tall, but like he's not like the strongest guy, he's not the most physically imposing guy. To have him bullying Dyer occasionally was a bit disappointing.
And also, I felt that Romero wasn't as physically dominant as he usually is in games as well yesterday. So. It wasn't great to see, to be honest, the defence yesterday. It's just a Stamford Bridge hoodoo. I mean, you go in there, you take a point, no matter what the performance is like. So you got to be happy with it. But you got to say that if this game happened last season and we didn't have anyone on the bench to change it to last season, we were going to bring on Steven Bergwijn and who else?
Lucas or something. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Lucas would have been starting, before Kulusevski came. So I mean, we had literally nobody. So if this situation happened last season, we lose that game 100%.
Yeah, probably 2 or 3 down.
Yeah.
Here was the moment everyone was talking about. Conte squaring up to Tuchel. Who was the aggressor here? You reckon it was Tuchel?
It's 1,000,000% Tuchel. Come on, man. How's that even a question?
And then obviously it caused a melee. Well, Tuchel demanding that Conte look in his eyes.
Did you see his press conference after Conte?
Yes, I did.
Did you see the comments, what he was saying? He was like, maybe next time I'll look him in the eyes or something.
Yeah. There you go. And then they got sent off. But that face has been memed so much. That face that Conte makes, like there. Like he's like, what is going? Who does this guy think he is? Yeah, you're right. Conte wanted to probably get out of there quickly, but Tuchel wasn't having any of it. But it was one of the great moments. Alfie, this is Romero letting Conte try on Cucurella's hair in the dressing room.
Yeah, I saw that.
Absolutely brilliant. One wig to another. I thought that was quite funny. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, it's music. Well, I'll take it down. Here was Romero after squaring up to Reece James. After Spurs scored.
I love that. I love Romero so much. I mean, it reminds me of last year against Maguire as well, after we scored at Old Trafford. I mean, we did end up losing that game, but Romero is just full of it. He's honestly, absolutely
can't help himself.
Full of it.
Can't help himself. This Chelsea versus Spurs at full time. Him trying to shake his hand. I thought it was quite funny.
I don't know this video.
No, it's just some guy trying to shake his hand. He's getting blocked off. No. Looks angry. That was, yeah, I think it's quite funny. Harry Kane jumping into the crowd after scoring.
Oh, that was lovely.
Absolute scenes, Harry Kane.
We're getting used to these last-minute goals.
Yeah,
as well
honestly,
now,
under Conte, it's happening a few times, isn't it? The passion. Look at the passion in Kane's face there. Absolutely brilliant. And actually, people talk about Kane having a poor game yesterday, which you can make an argument about. Again, pretty much everything good we did was through Kane. He set up that chance for Sessegnon early on. He set up another chance for Son in the second half, which he fluffed. He obviously went through on goal, which he missed, and then he scored right at the end.
He was probably. I mean, look, like I said before in the match review, I don't think any Spurs player comes away saying that I had a good game yesterday. I don't think any of them do. But I think there are a few players on the pitch that can say that they were the better players, and I think that was definitely Harry Kane was definitely in that camp.
Yeah, definitely. People say, I don't see anyone talking about this. He's claiming that Cucurella could have seen red with this. Look, does he stamp on Romero's knee there?
Looks like it from that still.
Maybe that's what Romero was giving retribution
Romero
for.
never forgets.
He never forgets. Even like different games, he'll never forget. Like 2 years ago, this guy wiped me. I'm going to wipe him out this game. He'll never forget. So maybe this picture's got something to do with why. Because I remember, wasn't he down for a minute or two, wasn't he, near the beginning of the game? So that must have been for this challenge. But no one's talking about it. I have to see it again, whether Cucurella got lucky not to see red or not.
Wasn't when he swiped out Richarlison last season, like from a long-standing battle with him or something?
Yeah, exactly. I think that was from international duty, I think, as well. I absolutely love it. This was after, I think this was after our first goal. Someone just said Conte cam's going to be amazing to watch later. And that was Conte celebrating right in front of Tuchel. Absolutely love it. Just getting in his face. They were both booked after this. Mate, Conte is just box office.
He is such a bad loser.
Who, Tuchel?
Yeah. Such a bad loser. I mean, his passion is great to watch, and it's great to see managers like him and Conte go head to head. But like, he is such a bad loser, man. Like, he'll so happily like celebrate in front of someone else's bench, but then when Conte celebrates, he can't handle it.
He's brilliant. Nashville Spurs says Monday mood. Just Conte.
Yeah, didn't you say someone's making a flag of this?
Are they? Who said that?
Didn't you say that
I
to
said
me?
That.
Didn't you say that to me? Oh, someone said it to me yesterday that someone on Twitter sent this image to the flags company and they said they're going to make the flag.
That would be brilliant. Yeah, I'd love that. That'd be a great flag. And let's have a quick look at Reddit as well, because I saved a few posts on there. 1 second. So there's obviously, this is the hair pull everyone's talking about, Romero and Cucurella. Yeah, I can't really justify no red card there. I don't know, maybe. I mean, he's very lucky, but that's
how many times did decisions go against us, like time and time again in the Premier League? And all you have to do is look back at last year when we played Chelsea. Didn't Harry Kane score a perfectly good goal that was ruled for offside or something? last season.
Again, no, that was when he literally tapped Silva on the
that was it.
back.
That was
it.
Yeah.
Given a foul.
Yeah, you know what I mean. What goes around comes around.
Exactly. That was never a foul. Actually, a goal. Conte and Romero versus Chelsea. This is against Cucurella. Absolutely brilliant.
Love that.
Just beating the crap out of them.
I love these things. It's so funny.
It's a bit static. One says it better.
Yeah, it's not showing well on the screen, but
well, you get the gist.
It's actually no, it's not. All right, go on, move on.
You get the gist. What's it called? This picture is like a Renaissance painting, apparently, but of Tuchel and Conte. They were comparing it to an old painting, which is quite funny. Yeah, I found that hilarious. Gotta love that. This is the Bentancur tackle.
He gets the ball clearly.
Does he get the ball? He does get a slight touch on it. He gets a slight nick on it.
Even if that
you
was
can
a
slow
foul,
it right down.
Even if that was a foul, though, do you think the goal should have been chalked off? Because it seemed like so far back anyway. Like
No, it shouldn't have affected the goal, but it should have been a foul.
Yeah.
And just slow it right down. There, he gets like a stud on it. He gets a slight stud on it there. But does he go through Havertz? That's the question. Does he go through Havertz? No, I don't think he does. He goes round Havertz. He goes round him, and he nicks the ball. So I think he's lucky.
I think that's
fine. But he's lucky he gets a slight touch, but he gets a slight touch on it. I think that's conclusive. Bam. There's obviously the away end was absolute scenes.
Oh, it was buzzing yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely
buzzing. Spurs away crowd back to its best. First away game of the season. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. You can see how happy everyone is claiming a point. Are they too happy claiming a point, or was that just even though it's not a winner, it's only a point, but is it justified?
I think it is justified. I mean, it's not like Arsenal celebrating a draw at home to Palace or some, you know what I mean, like those embarrassing moments that they have. This is a ground which we've been so bad at. Like I said, haven't scored against Chelsea pretty much since 2018. Big London derby, you're always going to celebrate like that if you get a last-minute equaliser, especially if we don't deserve it.
Yeah, true. And then this was quite funny. The real reason why Conte was so unhappy with the handshake says, "We fucking love touching himself." Then he handshakes with Havertz. Havertz handshakes with Tuchel, and Tuchel handshakes with Conte. I thought that was fantastic, absolutely brilliant.
The chain of events
exactly led to that moment. But there you have it. That's all we have from Twitter and Reddit.
All right, so that is how Twitter and Reddit reacted to the game, the 2-2 yesterday at Stamford Bridge. Let us know your comments as well in the live chat and the comments section below.